The syllabus is arranged in 10 sections consisting of specific objectives and related content. These include Section 1, the nature of business; Section 2, internal organizational environment; Section 3, establishing a business; Section 4, legal aspects of business promotion and logistics; Section 5, production; Section 6, marketing; Section 7, logistics and supply chain finance, government and technology; Section 8, business finance; Section 9, role of government in an economy; Section 10, technology and the global business environment, nature of a business. For this section, we are going to start with the barter system. We will explain the development of barter, which will contain of the explanation of the concept and advantages and disadvantages of barter. Then we will move on to describe the role of money, emphasizing on the brief history from subsistence economy to money economy. So let's begin. What is the barter system? Okay, so barter is when people trade goods or services directly without using money. It's literally one of the oldest ways people traded. In the past, people had to trade what they had with others who had something they needed. Money didn't exist yet. Here's an example. Imagine John is a farmer with lots of corn, and Lisa is a fisherwoman with many fish. John wants fish and Lisa wants corn, so they agree to trade 5 fish for 10 ears of corn. This is a barter trade. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Why did people barter? Long ago, there was no money. People lived in small communities and made what they needed. If they had extra goods, they traded them for things they didn't have. Just as how we'd have rules at home or at school, there is also a rule of barter. This golden rule states that both people must want what the other person has, and they must agree it's a fair trade. Now, here's an example that follows the rule. Jenny has extra mangoes. Luke has extra bread. Jenny wants bread and Luke wants mangoes. They agree to trade 4 mangoes for 1 loaf of bread. As you can see, both people want what the other has. They agree it's a fair trade, and the barter is successful. Now, let's move on to an example that actually breaks the rule. Sasha offers milk to Ryan in exchange for a shirt, but Ryan doesn't need milk. He wants eggs. So, Ryan doesn't want what Sasha has. No trade can happen, and the barter fails. Now, let's move on to the advantages and disadvantages of the barter system. First up, the advantages. 1. No need for money. People can trade even if they don't have money. Example: a farmer trades yams for fish instead of using cash. 2. Simple system, easy to use in small communities or villages. Example: a neighbor trades eggs for firewood. 3. Encourages direct relationships. People trade face-to-face and build trust. Example: a tailor and a baker who know each other trade clothes and bread. Now, the disadvantages. 1. Double coincidence of wants. Both people must want what the other has. Example: you want rice, but the rice seller doesn't want your apples. No trade. 2. No common measure of value. It's hard to know how much one item is worth compared to another. Example: is 1 goat equal to 10 shirts or 5? 3. Goods may not be divisible. Some things can't be easily split. Example: you can't divide a cow to trade half of it. 4. Difficult to store wealth. Items like food can spoil or go bad. Example: you can't save fish for months like you can save clothes. Since barter had many problems, people needed a better way to trade. And that's how money was introduced. But let's answer this big question. What is money? Money is anything accepted as payment for goods and services. It is used in buying, selling, saving, and borrowing. Let's dive into a brief history of money. from subsistence to money economy. Now, in the subsistence economy, people only produced what they needed: food, clothing, shelter. No trade was needed. The barter economy, on the other hand, was where people started producing more than they needed. Surplus. They began to trade goods for goods. Barter. Example, corn for fish. But we had a problem. Barter needed a double coincidence of wants. Both people had to want what the other had. This was how commodity money came in. People used special items like salt, shells, or cattle as money. These were accepted in place of barter, but had problems, e.g., hard to carry, not long-lasting. After that came metal money. Metals like gold, silver, and copper were used because they were durable and valuable. Coins were made and stamped to show value. Then paper money came about. Governments introduced banknotes, which were easier to carry than coins. Paper money became the main way to buy and sell. Now we have modern money. Today we use cash, debit credit cards, mobile apps, and digital money. Buying and selling can now be done online or through bank transfers. Now, let's move on to the characteristics of money. These are distinguishing traits about something. The characteristics of money are: money must be durable. Money must last a long time without wearing out. Example, coins and banknotes are made to survive many uses. Money must be portable. Money should be easy to carry and move around. Example, you can carry money in your wallet or on a card. Money must also be divisible. Money must be easy to divide into smaller units. Example, $100 can be broken into 4 quarters or $25. Money should be acceptable. Everyone must agree to accept money in exchange for goods and services. Example, shops and sellers accept money from anyone. Money should be homogeneous. All money of the same type must look and be worth the same. Example, every $50 bill has the same value and design. Money should be homogeneous. All money of the same type must look and be worth the same. Example, every $50 bill has the same value and design. And finally, money should be stable in value. The value of money should stay fairly steady over time. Example, if prices rise too fast, money loses its buying power, inflation. Now let's move on to the functions, roles of money. Money is used as a medium of exchange. Money is used to buy and sell things. Example, you pay $5 for a notebook instead of trading items. Money is used as a store of value. You can save money and use it later without it spoiling. Example, you save $50 today and use it next month. Money is used as a unit of account. Money helps us measure and compare the value of things. Example, a pencil costs $2, a book costs $10. You know which is more expensive. Money is used as a standard of deferred payment. Money allows you to borrow now and pay later. Example, you buy a phone on credit and pay monthly. Money was developed to solve the problems of barter. It made trade easier, faster, and more reliable, helping businesses and economies grow. That's it for today's lesson on barter and money. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so you'll be the first to know when new videos are posted. See you in the next one. Let's keep making POB easier together.